Hey guys, welcome to another Lowland Kids Sew Along. Today we are doing the new wrap set. I have all my pieces laid out here in front of me. I have labeled them so I don't get them mixed up. I have the front piece right over here, and then I have the mittens. I also have the back piece, and then I have the sleeves. I have the reinforcement pieces, and I also have my binding. So let's get started, guys. Okay, so we have our front pieces right over here. We're going to take our reinforcement piece and we're going to sew it on. You can use a straight stitch or you can use your cover stitch. I am going to do a block stitch just so you can kind of see where I'm talking about, where you're going to be stitching it, but then I end up going over it with my cover stitch. So you're going to lay it like this, and you see how it angles, and we're going to sew right down this line right over here. And it's going to look something like this. I do go over it with my cover stitch after, but I just wanted to show you where you're going to be stitching, and this is on the reverse side, or the wrong side of your fabric. Alright, we're going to take our two front pieces, we're going to cross them over like this. This is the right side facing up. And we're going to put our back piece just like you see me do here. We are then going to take our sleeves, and our sleeves are going to be serged or sewed on. You want the longer part of your sleeve to be attached to the back side, and then your shorter part to be attached to the front side. So we're going to go ahead and do that right over here, and we'll come back when it's finished. So here we have our sleeve sewn in, and we're going to move on to do the cuffing part. If you're not doing the mittens, I am doing the mittens. You can skip through this part and just do your cuffs as usual, but I'm going to do the mittens, and you're going to fold it like you see me do here, and then we're going to take our sleeve and fold it over our mittens and make sure it fits nice, and we're going to sew like you see that I did there. We're going to do that to both sides, and then you're going to decide where you want to place your mitten. I like to face it towards the back, that way when you fold it over the baby's hand, you fold it towards the front. We then are going to take our binding piece for the sleeve, and if you've never done binding before, you're just going to serge it on just like you see me do here, and then once you do that, you are going to then top stitch it. I like to use my binding attachment. I did not use it for this set, but here's me explaining how you kind of do the binding. You want the seam to be facing towards you and folding it, and then you're going to take it to your cover stitch or your top stitching machine, whatever you have, and it's going to look like that. Alright, this is what our shirt is starting to look like. You can see this is the back part, the opposite side of it. We're going to put it all nice and neat together, and we're going to sew from the sleeve all the way down to the bottom part of it. All of this you see me pointing out here. Okay, I thought I had recorded myself adding the long binding piece to the whole wrap, but I don't know what happened. I apologize. But basically you're going to do the same thing I did on the sleeves, but you're going to start off from the non-curved side. So not this side, but the bottom side. And then you're going to just bring the binding all around to back to that where you started. You're going to go ahead and add your snaps to it, and you're basically done with the shirt part. It's pretty easy, guys, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. We're here to help. So let's get started. Okay, I'm doing the pants version today, and we have two pieces for the pants. We have the cuffs, two pieces of cuffs, and then we have the waistband, and we have the gusset. So these are constructed a little different, but basically we're going to take the pants piece and we're going to bring it right sides together for one side, and then we're going to sew this part right over here. Then we're going to take the other pants piece and we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to sew that middle curve right here. Okay, we're going to take the gusset piece and we are going to take one of our pants piece and we're going to put them right sides together, and we're going to clip it or pin it all around just to keep everything nice and neat in place. just like you see me do here, until you reach the very top of it, and everything should line up just fine. Once we do that, we're going to serge all that, just the whole edge right there that we put together, and it's going to look like this. We are going to do the same exact thing with the other pants piece. We're going to line up the gusset to that edge just like we did on the first one, pin and clip it all nice and neat, serge that whole edge, and it might feel a little weird because you are attaching it already to the one that's already has one side done, but I promise it'll all work out just fine. Here it is, almost finished. All we need to do now is attach the cuffs and attach the waistband. And I just grab my cuffs like this and I fold it over and I serge that edge just like you would do any normal cuff. I do the same exact thing for the waistband, and then I like to quarter it and stretch it out, and easy peasy, it's all done. This is what it's gonna look like, guys, once the pants are done, and you can add a drawstring to it, whatever your preference is. And this is what the set looks like once it's all done.